this couple of days, there could be a meeting with Bernardo Silva and Lewandowski. In next coming of days, with the agent of Bernardo Silva, Jorge Mendes, and with the agent of Lewandowski. And Spalletti requested a striker that is guaranteed 20 goals per season. Who's the striker that Spalletti wants? So, before we begin, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So, let's begin with Lewandowski. There is a meeting that is expected. By the way, before we begin, 4 subscribers away from 75. So make sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. So now, let's begin. A meeting is a meeting is expected with Lewandowski in the next couple of days. Juventus could give Lewandowski a 1-year contract, and they are trying, and Juventus are trying to give him a 6 million per year contract. A 6 million per year contract. So it is a good contract, 6 million per year. He's still going to be one of the most highest earning players of Juventus. But let's see. Let's see. Because Lewandowski, if Spalletti requested a striker that is guaranteed 20 goals per season, 20 goals per season, he is the player that can do that. He's the player that can do that. So it is super important to get him that player because right now we don't have a player that can score at least 15. Dusan Vlahovic can do that, but with his inconsistency, with his injuries, he cannot do that. And now, for me, as I said in yesterday's video, we are trying to uh, re- renegotiate with Kalulu and Kefrem Turam to give them a new contract, and that is risky because if we want to give high salary to Bernardo Silva, to Lewandowski, to Ellison, and these players want high salary because they have experience, they carry the team on their back, they have charisma, they have the character, they have the experience. And so, if you want these players, you, if you're gonna keep the salary going up. We are not a Premier League club. We are not Real Madrid. We are not Barcelona. Juventus, I think, is doing a big mistake because now everybody in the next season, in the next um seasons, everybody could come and tell them, I want the contract extension because I I stayed with Juventus when they were in a bad time, when we didn't win the league, when we scraped top four, and then we started. Maybe we go second the season, and now I am still here with the salary, and you increase the salary of the other players, and now I want the salary increase. So it is kind of risky, but in the same thing, it is good because the player are getting the salary increase, but the bad thing as well is that the players can relax because they increased their salary and they can relax now. That is a bad, that is a risky, a very risky um, thing to do. And now let's go back to Lewandowski. Lewandowski, Juventus have overtaken Milan because Milan was in Lewandowski, was trying to get Lewandowski, but Juventus now has overtaken um, Milan in the Lewandowski race, and now Lewandowski is getting more and more realistic by the day. So watch out for Lewandowski in the summer because he's not going to World Cup, and the price is not going to increase because he's free. And with 6 million per year, it's a bargain for Lewandowski. With 1 year, he can get the team experience. He can manage the team. He can be the leader on the pitch, and it will be absolutely amazing. even if we get the Gonzalo Garcia and Colomani, these strikers can learn from him in so much in that 1 year. They can learn from him so much, so much. So it is important if we have the chance to get Lewandowski, it is very important to get Lewandowski. Super important to get Lewandowski. And for Bernardo Silva, let's go to Bernardo Silva now. Soon there will be talks with Jorge Mendes, which is the the agent of Bernardo Silva, Conceição, and there could be a meeting in the next couple of days, which can put us closer into Bernardo Silva, and we will see what Bernardo Silva wants. So his salary, his exact salary, and let's see if he wants to join Juventus because there is even Barcelona. Keep an eye out on Barcelona because the Barcelona is uh, is gonna fight for him in the summer as well. But right now we are ahead of them. But make sure to keep an eye on Barcelona and by the Jorge Mendes is traveling to Italy, so there is a meeting scheduled. Not they're in the same country, so the talks are gonna be in advanced talks. In advanced talks. So and now let's go to the goalkeeper. Spalletti thinks and believes that De Gea would fit perfectly into the team. So he would fit perfectly into the team. And now Ellison, if we get Ellison, if we get Ellison, there could be an Ellison as the first keeper, a De Gea as the second keeper, and a Pinsolio as the third keeper. With those three, even if there is Perin as a second keeper, and we get rid of the Gregorio and we put Ellison, it is gonna be amazing because, as I said, we want players that are experienced. And if we get these players that are experienced, the team is gonna raise the level and we're gonna have a higher chance because the season, let's be real, the season, the Serie A wasn't, it wasn't competitive at all. As you can see, in that season, they were bad. They lost every head to head with the big teams. And they are in the top with like 9 points, 9 points above of the second place. So it is not competitive. So we need to reinforce. And by the way, if we didn't if we didn't get robbed in those matches, we would be close to Inter or even tied. And if maybe we have won versus Inter, the two games versus Lazio. But anyways, this is from the past. But still, you have to know what happened because and even there is Italian football that Milan players and they were in the nightlife and I don't know the story exact, but Italian football man it's getting and even a Formula One driver was in some mess. I don't know what they did, but it's absolutely insane. But anyways, as the goalkeeper, if there is Ellison, if there is Ellison in the team, Ellison is a goalkeeper. There is Bernardo Silva as a CM, and there is a striker as Lewandowski, and maybe a De Gea. That is the perfect fit for Spalletti, in his opinion. Team would already leveled up. And imagine now we get a center back, we get like a Cassie or a midfielder that can raise the level. If we get those, if we get those players, we're gonna be good. And Spalletti is a coach that can win us the league with that team. So let's go. And Bonucci yesterday said that Pep Guardiola, Pep Guardiola is the perfect fit for Italy, and wants him to coach Italy. If this happens, Italy are going up and up a little bit, but we need a president that he is not linked with Gravina because if there's a president that comes and he's linked with Ravena, they're gonna be the the things that are gonna happen in the Italy Federation, the things are gonna be linked with Gravina. So that is very bad. We have to get a president, like for example, a former player from this area. That is what we need. Not some we need like a Del Piero, like a Maldini. We need these former players because how they know how to manage the Federation of Italy. And if Pep Guardiola comes, I don't think he will come because he will ruin his reputation if he comes to Italy. Because every coach does that. Every coach, or almost every coach, he needs the money or he needs a team that is already built or is ready to be built by the team. And Italy is not built. The team, if we see like Donnarumma, Calafiori, Bastoni, Tonali, Locatelli, Barella, Moise Kean, Retegui, Di Marco, Cambiaso. The players are not bad, but they need to raise the level. We need young players to come and to be better. For example, Bartesaghi, Coyote, how these players are not called up with Italy. So if Pep Guardiola integrates these players into the team, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Now let's see if Pep Guardiola maybe comes because this is the end season of with him with Manchester City. So let's see. So let's see. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. 7 subscribers left, 75. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, share the video to the Juventini, and make sure to like this video. Let's get to 5 likes this video. Let's go. And yeah.